So Arsenal has already won Group B. We've already won the group. PSV are also qualified. Now, when it comes down to our goals, we are one of the best or top goal scorers in the competition so far. Only Man City and Atletico Madrid are keeping pace with us in terms of goal. Now, we've scored 15 goals, the same as Man City and is the same as Atletico Madrid. Now, when it comes down to defense, now this is where we're superior. We're superior in goal difference because we've only conceded 3 goals. I believe another team conceded 2, and Dortmund, I believe, conceded 3 as well. We're superior in goal difference because we are on 12 goal difference. And this is the brilliance, because of the brilliance of our new number 7, our new star player, Bukayo Saka. He's been absolutely superb in his maiden season in the Champions League. Man, this is one of a kind player. This player is one of a kind. He's never been in the Champions League before, but yet still he's performing like he's made for it. He's performing like he's built for it. With 3 goals and 4 assists, Saka has been involved in more Champions League goals than any other player this season. His 7 goal involvements are also already the most by any Arsenal player in their debut campaign in the competition. So he's already breaking records. His first season in the Champions League. Listen, are you not reading what I'm saying? Are you not listening to what I'm saying? You think about Cesc Fabregas, think about Thierry Henry, think about the greatest Arsenal player you can think of. Saka has the most goal involvement than all of these players in their debut campaign. So I have to give credit to Bukayo Saka. I have to big up this guy because we see that in the Premier League he's been doubling up, he's been tripling up, he's been basically held captive in the Premier League. But when it comes down to the Champions League now, he's got freedom. And because these guys, they don't know about him yet. They don't know as much. And it's not just that. So everyone in the Champions League want to play their own football. No one want to feel like they've been restricted by another team. No one want to feel like, man, they're better than me, so I have to basically accommodate their style of play. No one want to feel like that. Not all of them are the number 1, but they have champions mentality. So it tells you that these teams are always fighting for the titles in their league. This is why they have champions, mindset champions, some of them endurances. So we are going to be facing teams that believe in themselves. It's not like in the Premier League when a player is fighting to stay in the league, they will go set up a low block, try to restrict your play. That's not going to happen in the Champions League. And even if it happens, it's not going to be a lot. So we can expect a lot more goals involvement from Bukayo Saka this season. Having won 4 of their 5 matches in the season's competition, Arsenal will aim to win 5 group stage games in a single campaign for just the second time, having only previously so in their charge to the 2005-2006 final before ultimately succumbing to Barcelona. Now, if that's not a promising stat, I don't know what is. If that's not a promising stat, I don't know what is. When we lost against Barcelona, it was disappointment. Once again, I feel like we were scammed in that match. I think it was all set up for Barcelona to win because we were absolutely magnificent. I don't even want to relive that, but I believe that we should have won that match. Now, to the way we started this campaign, it's reminiscent of Barcelona. Now, we might have played harder teams against Barcelona in that run. In that 2005-2006 campaign, we might have had a harder group, but still the same. When you check the amount of teams that's losing in terms of the big teams, Real Madrid is not the best like how they used to be. So it's not like we're the only team that's not as good as the players of past, like the Thierry Henry and those players in their prime. But Real Madrid, the players they have right now is not the same as before. Barcelona, the players they have now is not as the same as before. So all the teams in the Champions League right now, they're basically a miniature of what they used to be, and we're no different. So this is what I'm saying. When you compare, when you put in context the different errors, then you realize that it's similar. Now, all I'm saying that we need a new striker and a new midfielder to be that team that I believe that we can win on all fronts. Even if we only get a striker, or if we only get a midfielder in the January, I'm almost 100% that we will win the titles. Now, Saka, as I just said, is basically developed, is evolved. Now, let's look to the next future. Let's look for the next gem, and that's Ethan Nwaneri. Now, Arteta has been speaking about him, friends. He said that something unique that he has got that I really liked from the beginning is the ability to take the ball in tight areas like Jack Wilshere used to do. Now, once again, Jack Wilshere against Barcelona, that match. I know that we all remember that match when Jack Wilshere dominated. He literally, absolutely dominated Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, a midfield of all those guys. He was running rings around them. Now, if and where we can have the same projection, and Jack Wilshere's been doing it from he was 16, and one area 16 as well. So if in one area can be or produce the same output, the same efficiency as Jack Wilshere, he's gonna be one of the best players in the world in future times. He's gonna be. Hopefully, he can be sooner or later. So, and also in the recent match, when he scored 5 goals, so you know that he's on fire, he's on form. This is the right time to play him, because Arteta needs to be resting some players, because we've got Liverpool in two matches. We've got Brighton next, and then we've got Liverpool. Arteta need to rest, because so Will Waters might be involved, and I believe that he should start, because we only got Ben White on the right back right now, and Ben White, I think that we should rest Ben White, same as our left back. Zinchenko is the only left back we've got right now, so I believe that we should rest Zinchenko and bring Sousa in. Now, when you talk about Will Waters and Sousa also scored 2 goals against Man United a few matches ago. So he's also on form, in goal scoring form. And when you come on to Will Waters, we've seen him before. We know he's capable. He's a very good dribbler off the ball. He's very aggressive. He's good aerially for a short defender. So he's got everything. So I believe that Arteta should give these guys a chance, because we've already won the group. And also, it needs to give these guys, because these guys, he said in the post in the pre-match conference that, listen, these guys are getting these opportunities by an accident, so to speak, because of injury to other players. So if you're gonna have these players as on the verge or on the fringe of the first team, then you should give them some playing time, especially in competition like this, to give them a massive confidence, a massive boost. So when you call upon them, they will have already experienced a deeper situation, so this won't be as basically threatening for them. So I believe that we should start them. I don't believe he's going to start them. So my team would be Ramsdale in goal, but I know he's not going to start Ramsdale. I believe he's going to prove a point by starting Ryan every single game now. So I believe that Raya will be in goal. I want to see Waters at right back, but potentially he might start Suarez, which I would hate to see. I think Kivior would be right centre back. I believe Gabriel Magalhaes will be left centre back, and I want to see Lino Sousa at left back, but perhaps we might see Zinchenko or Kivior at left back, and he plays Saliba and Gabriel in the middle. But hopefully he's not that headstrong. Hopefully he's not. And I would want to see at right wing, I would want to see Reece Nelson, which I believe is going to play Reece Nelson at Saka's position. I'm in midfield where Odegaard position is. I want to see Odegaard play, and I believe that he will start Odegaard because he's the captain. Even if we've won the group already, you want to see the captain starting and coming off later on in the match. At left attacking mid, I would say I want to see Enwari there. That's what I want to see in one area, but perhaps he might start Trossard there. No, he's not going to start Trossard there because Trossard needs to be at the left wing. So I believe that he might start Jorginho and Rice in the mid. I don't know how he's going to go, but he might start because Vieira is not there. So that's another reason why Waneri. But Smith Rowe just came back from injury, but I believe it's too early for Smith Rowe to start. But who knows? He might put Smith Rowe in the left attacking mid. Then you got Trossard on the left, and then you got Nketiah up top. So that's my team lineup, and that's some of what I believe he will do as well. So as I said that PSV will need to rest some of their players because they've got their third, after the match against Arsenal, they're going to play in their league their third place team. They're going to play against their third place team, which is AZ. They're going to have to play them, and they've been pretty much on form. I've checked their stats, and they don't look as bad because obviously they're in third place, but PSV look like they're running away with their league, scoring over 52 goals, while AZ I think only scored 33. So PSV is scoring lots of goals in their league. Hopefully they will not transfer that form to our match. Let's take a look at some more PSV stats. So the last 10 matches PSV played, they've only dropped points to Lens, which is a draw, and they've dropped points to Shakhtar, which is a loss. So these are the only points dropped. Apart from that, it's straight green. They've won every single match. They won against Ajax. They won against Lens the second time they play Lens. They won against Sevilla. They won against Feyenoord. So they got some pretty notable wins in their last 10 matches, so it's not to take them for lightly because they're going to be coming on form. One of the players that we need to be looking out for is Bakayoko. Their right winger, the left foot right winger, is basically on form as well. In the last match, he got an 8.4 rating. 2 matches ago, he got a 9.2 rating, and before that, an 8.1. So he's been consistently playing well. So that's another thing why our left back is gonna be in trouble, because he's got pace, he's got speed, he's got accuracy, he's very good at crossing. And if they play, I doubt they'll play him, but if they do, it's gonna be I don't believe Zinchenko will be able to cope with him. But I can't see them starting him, because they need to rest their better players for the match against AZ. But if they do start him, we're going to be under pressure, because this guy's been showing some good promising display as of late. And when you take a look, another player that we need to be aware of is Veerman. For the last few, so Bakaya and Veerman are the 2 best players for the last few matches that they've been having. And we see that Veerman having a 9.3 rating on the 4th of November, then an 8.3, then an 8.7. Against Foreign, yes, he might have a 7.3, but then after that again, he got a 9.1. So you see that Veerman is on form, Bakayoko is on form, and these are the 2 of their best players. When you compare to our stats, we none of our players in our team has even dared to touch 9 in the last few matches. So most of them can't even touch 8, much less to dare to touch 9. That's uncharted territory for Arsenal team right now. So we know that their league is easier. We know it's simpler, but it doesn't take away the fact that, listen, some of the teams that they play so far, they've been performing well, and they still beat them very convincingly. And it's not just the fact that they beat them convincingly. Their best players have got very, very good ratings and very good stats on those games. So what's my score prediction for this match? My score prediction is a modest 3-0. That's if we play a strong team. I believe it's going to be 3-0. But if we play a younger team, I believe we can still win 2-1 with the youngsters. I believe that they're good enough to bring us to 2-1. If we mix the youngsters with experience, it's only 3 youngsters, it's not a lot. If we mix it with experience, I believe that we still will win, because Nketiah is good enough to score at least a goal. Reece Nelson, I don't believe he will score, but Trossard is good enough to get in another goal as well. We're good enough to get a goal from midfield, and I believe that in Waneri can strike that ball outside the box, so potentially he can get a goal outside the box as well. Who knows? So that's the video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Help me on my journey to 1,000 subs. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Share it with your mates. Share it with your mates, yeah? And catch you on the post-match analysis. Goodbye.